Welcome everyone to the Hochschulkiste podcast, where we talk about everything inside and outside the classroom. In today's episode, connected to season 11 the Hochschule, the first year as an international student in Germany, balancing university, double semester workload, and life beyond the campus. I'm going to be joined by my guest Gleb, who is officially or originally from Belarus, but he decided to move to Germany, start a new life, and he is now currently student in major international information systems. Also, guys, I'm gonna give you a brief look of what we are going to be covering today as topics, a small agenda. We're going to start first with adapting to life in Germany. Then we're gonna move to managing stress and maintaining mental health neben the studium. Then third, we have building a life beyond the campus, beyond the studium, beyond the Hochschule. And then last but not least, we have social and cultural integration. And at the end, we're going to be wrap up things with our last topic, and that would be balancing and deciding the right priorities. So let me welcome my guest, Gleb. Thank you for joining me today.
Hey, what's up?
Hey Gleb, thank you for joining me today.
Sure.
So I just say let's dive into the topic, adapting to life in Germany. So my first question would be, what surprised you the most about living in Germany? Or what were surprises in general when you moved to Germany firstly?
Oh, well, so what actually surprised me the most is probably the beer culture here. Because, I moved to Bayern, so to Bavaria, and my first city was Munich. And I arrived Germany on the 28th of September, so it was like the time of the Oktoberfest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like so thrilled, like, oh my God, what are people are doing? Like, I saw the women with like 10 beers in their hands, and I was like, oh my God, it's so crazy because
That's crazy, yeah?
I mean, in my country, yeah, in Belarus, beer is also like a big thing, but not that big. So that actually was like a surprise for me. But the biggest one for me, since I really love culture and architecture, the architecture in this country is just fantastic. You know, the castles, for example, I really love Gothic style, and every time I pass by Cologne, I'm just amazed because this Gothic style of the buildings of the cathedral is just fantastic. I love it. Yeah, the food is pretty similar with my country, so it's okay. The people, the culture is also pretty similar, kind of coldish people and so on. So it's more okay. Yeah, I think not so many things like actually surprised me or shocked me. I haven't had like any cultural shock, but the architecture, buildings, and the beer culture actually shocked me a lot. Yeah.
So let me just do a brief summary. Beer, basically Oktoberfest,
Yeah.
then the aesthetics of the buildings,
Yeah.
um, people's culture, German culture,
Yeah.
and I think that would summarize the whole.
And the architecture, like castles,
Yeah, and the
cathedrals. Yeah.
architecture. Yeah. I'm also curious about something. For example, what were the biggest adjustments you had to make in your daily life outside the university? Let's say basically, you moved your home country, you moved
Mm-hmm.
to the new country to Germany, and let's say like basic tasks like housing, like grocery shopping, like transportation, like local culture.
Mm-hmm.
So what were the biggest adjustments you had to do?
So, I was living alone from the age of 17. So I haven't had like this cultural shock, like, oh my God, what's going on? What should I do? I'm
Mm-hmm.
alone here. But I can assure you that the biggest challenge for me was handling the bureaucracy issues by myself because moving here, I was really scared about the finding an apartment because right now it is kind of a big issue here in Germany. Getting like a new accommodation, it's really hard and it's
Mm-hmm.
expensive. So I was really like concerned. Oh my God, where should I live? And when I was in Belarus, but back then I applied for this like student Wohnheim thing, like
Mm-hmm.
the student accommodation, and they had like a lottery thing, and I didn't win, so I had no luck. And I was like, oh my God, why should I actually? I was so stressed, so depressed because like, oh my God, I cannot afford living somewhere for like I don't know 700 euros a month, And I
That's
was,
so much money,
yes, I know. And like, and
especially as a student.
yes. And I was like, sending lots of emails to the student accommodation, office, and like, please give me something because I really need to live somewhere. And luckily, there was a very, very nice worker. Thanks a lot to her that she actually helped me a lot with it.
Credits to that worker.
Yeah, exactly. And so I came here, so I got my keys. I moved to the apartment. So basically, that was like the essential, the hardest thing for me, just to find the accommodation.
Hmm.
And then like processing all of that, the bureaucracy was hard because I didn't really know German. I mean, I live here just 1 year and like 3 months. So my first, I know, 3 4 months, I was so lost. Like, oh my god, I have no language at all in German. What should I do? Where should I go? Because for example, in my country, we don't really use like Google Maps or this like Deutsche Bahn thing. So everything was so new with the apps, with the
Hmm.
documents. I had to like manage all of this by myself. But luckily, everybody here is being supportive. I made friends from Ukraine, friends from Russia. Haven't met anybody from Belarus sadly yet. Uh, yeah, and they were helping a lot with all of the thing. And since I think half a year, I wasn't feeling any lost anymore, so it was okay.
And just basically everything got figured out.
Yeah, I mean, the issue with groceries and shopping and so on. It was okay because I mean,
I mean, that's pretty
again,
simple, I would say.
yeah, I was as I said, I was living alone for from the age of 17,
Hmm.
so I was managing all that by myself. But this thing like bureaucracy,
I would
that's
say that
hard.
was pretty annoying, or it was pretty annoying.
It is.
Maybe it's still pretty annoying,
It
but
is pretty
maybe a
annoying.
little less annoying since you can figure out stuff now. Okay, we also mentioned the culture, and you also mentioned stuff about the culture overall, but I'd like you to talk a little bit on a deeper level about that.
Uh-huh.
So let's just do this.
You mean the differences about my culture, German culture, or something?
Yeah, that would be aspect.
So yeah, I mean, I have mentioned before that like our people from Belarus, like from Eastern Europe in general, like Belarus, Russia, Ukraine, Poland, whatsoever, we are pretty coldish, and we have like this no emotion face that people really think that we are so rude and mean and cold and so on. But in my country, that's so much different than here. So in my country, um, when you're going to smile at people, they're gonna think you're dumb, stupid, retarded, whatsoever. Because like it's actually real. And my first time when I came to Germany, and I saw people smiling at me, I was like,
What
oh,
were your first thoughts about that? I'm interested.
I was thinking, damn, it feels so good. It feels so good when you're having the positive energy from people. And I was like, I want to be the same. I want to be the same because like really, because I'm a positive person and I really love making other people also smile and happy when they're actually with me. And when I actually realized how good I felt when I just saw people just simply smiling at me in the
Hmm.
streets, even though I knew before that like Germans are kind of cold,
Hmm.
but uh, cold here in comparison with our cold,
It's
it's
completely different
incomparable.
thing. Yeah,
It's incomparable.
I understand.
It's a very another level there in Belarus. Yeah, but it has one negative effect, one negative aspect, because when I'm coming back to my country, I am a retarded one. I am the retarded one, smiling at people and trying to please them, kind of with my smile. But I'm just trying to be polite. I mean, it's cool.
I mean, that also brings, positive vibes, positive energy. I think that's a very important thing.
Yeah, I mean, like for example, yesterday I have been in the store in Müller, and one old lady, she gave me a sort of discount check or something, saying, "Oh, it's okay. I have two of them. Just use it." And I'm like,
Oh, wow,
"Oh,
that's so random.
it was so, but it felt so nice." She just smiled at me, and then I had like the greatest day ever, and I was feeling so nice and blessed. It would never be in my country like that. I mean, I'm not like Belarus hater, so yeah,
Hmm.
our people are nice and so on. But the older generation is pretty, like the USSR one is pretty
Mm-hmm.
tough.
Mm-hmm.
Like the younger generation is being well Europe orientated. So
Mm-hmm.
we don't like Russia there and so on. We're like very pro Europe, but the older one, yeah.
Moving to our next, let's say, chapter of today's big topic, and that
Mm-hmm.
would be managing stress and maintaining mental health, basically neben der Hochschule.
Oh yeah.
So as mentioned, you're doing double semester
Uh,
this semester, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
So what actually does that matter? Does that means?
Well, that's actually a very, very tricky question. I think I can talk about this for a while because so I at first started my studies here from the first semester. So I
Mm-hmm.
was just studying the first semester. But the thing is that I have already had my bachelor degree from Belarus.
Okay. So you already have finished university once in your home country. Does that?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then
Interesting.
yeah, it kind of. So and then Professor Zimmerman here, fantastic person. I love him so much. Wonderful. God bless him.
We love Professor Zimmerman.
We love him.
Credits to him.
Uh, so he actually told me, okay, Gleb, but maybe you can just get the credits from your university in the Hochschule, and then so you don't have to just study some certain parts because you have studied it already. And I was like, yeah, it's a cool thing. Why not? So I got the credits from it, and so on the second semester that I was studying there, I was also studying the fourth semester.
So you're basically taking second semester and fourth semester as one semester.
Exactly. So second and fourth.
Wow. That
And
sounds so interesting and also unbelievably hard.
yeah.
I would say that would be even hard for someone who is native, but you're coming from Belarus, international student, German is not your first language. I think that would be pretty tough.
Yeah, honestly, it is very, very tough. And I would not really recommend people doing that because honestly, the amount of stress and pressure and the feeling of being overwhelmed is just on another level. So, okay, so
Hmm.
I was studying on the second semester. So I was having all kind of technical stuff. And at the first semester, I was having all kinds of management, organization
Hmm.
thing. So I was having around, I think, 7 or 8 exams.
Wow, that's
So
crazy. That's so much. I think people usually have like four, maybe five at most.
yeah.
If everything's going right and how it's supposed to go.
Yeah, and it was really, really rough at the second semester. I'm so happy that I don't need to, retake the exams because if I would, it would, I'm studying really, really hard and I'm trying to manage everything. It is really tough to do,
Hmm.
but I'm still trying. So, and now I'm being on the third semester, and also I am doing the fifth semester, so like together.
So you're doing again two semesters at
Yeah.
once, basically third and fifth one.
Yeah, so second and fourth, and third and
Wow,
fifth.
that's even crazy, I would say.
The really cool thing about it that like what I've really noticed that I became so much more stress resistant
Hmm.
because living in Belarus, it was like my own language, my own people, it was fine. But here everything is so new, yeah. And as you said, like an international student, another language, German language, English language, so like so many new stuff for me, and it was rough. It is still rough. And yeah, basically, so right now I am successfully, thanks God, finishing the third and fifth semester,
Hmm.
and the next one is going to be only six. So next one is going to be just six. And basically, what I said, the good thing about this is that I am going to finish the Hochschule just in 2.5 years. And thanks God that I am not. I mean, I do work now a little, so I have like a mini job. But if I would be having a full time job or like werkstudent job, I would just probably pass out.
I mean, I think it actually won't be possible, when you have like two semesters at once. You just
Yeah,
won't have the technical time, to,
exactly.
go to the lectures, then study for exams, maybe if you have projects or, other tasks.
Yeah. That's why I'm just coping with my studies. And the sixth semester, I actually do want to do my practicum, so my
Mm-hmm.
internship, and hopefully it will be all okay. Because honestly, yeah, right now it's just not the time. Too many things. So this semester, I was also doing the project. I'm having the seminar work, and plus the exams. I have like around, I think, 7 exams plus project
Wow,
and the seminar. So it's nine
it's actually
things.
crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to
Actually
accomplish.
crazy.
So that's what I'm saying to the students who listen to us right now. You better not do that. You better just, live a life, and, you can do the, back student job,
Mm-hmm.
internship, and still finish it in a 3.5 years,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to be fine.
Basically, just take your time. Don't.
Yeah, for me, I'm stressing myself out because I also want to do my master, and
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to do it a bit earlier. So it's like sort of Eastern European pressure
Mm-hmm.
that's
I know
on
what you
my
mean.
shoulders. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it is going fine. I am almost done with those 2 semester things, and I think it will be all successful.
Let me ask you, how do you spend your free time outside of studying? Have you joined any local communities or co-ops? And also, do you have any hobbies or activities that you prefer doing when you're free? Basically, when you are not at the Hochschule, not studying and stuff. Just free outside the studium.
Okay, so lately my dream was to just lay down on the bed and do nothing.
Wow.
And just scroll the TikTok because I am always in a move. I'm always going somewhere, and yeah. Um
I would say maybe that's like battery recharge. Because
exactly.
you're all the time outside or doing
Yeah.
exams, studying and stuff,
Yeah.
lectures.
Yeah. So for me, I think, yeah, as I mentioned before, for me going to the gym, and just only focusing on me and my body, it's also sort of a meditation for me because
Mm-hmm.
when I go to the gym, I just focus. For example, today I'm doing my chest,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just focusing only on this part of my body. So all of my attention goes there. I'm not thinking about somebody else. I'm not thinking
Mm-hmm.
about school. I'm just thinking about my breast.
Mm-hmm. Just putting the whole energy and focus on your
Yeah,
chest day.
yeah, chest. And yeah, so music is really, really a big part of my life. I really actually love German pop songs now.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of melancholic sad songs, they really just bring me this relaxed feeling. um I think I haven't joined any communities or something. I haven't found any that I like, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just, when I have any free time, I would love to go to some concerts, to just lately, I think in November, I've been to my one of my favorite German artists called Luna, and I've been to the concert of hers, and it was fantastic. I
Mm-hmm.
really recharged a lot. There was so much energy, tears, and everything. It was cool. Yeah. So
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
yeah, I mean,
Being able to recharge, get the positive energy back, and everything just going for you.
yeah, I think in Germany you have so many opportunities to actually find something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if for example I don't have a sort of club or community, I mean I have my community of the Eastern
Yeah,
Europeans
basically
here.
your friends,
Yeah, yeah. So we're just chatting, talking,
Mm-hmm.
gossiping again, like just everything.
Typical stuff.
Yeah, like Slavic things.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And yeah, basically. I don't know. What about clubs? I mean, joining some community of like students, not really, because I'm way too busy. I think maybe actually later I would love to find something, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays I'm being way too busy about it.
I
But yeah,
understand.
again, as I said, my day-to-day activities is gym, meditations,
Music,
music, yeah, friends,
gossiping with EU friends or
yeah,
Eastern European friends and stuff.
going to
Mm-hmm.
parties, just I love pop music, so I love to go to some pop music parties and just like enjoy dance, just
Mm-hmm.
kind of like recharge, like really,
Mm-hmm.
because when you're a simple just going so many places, you just want to like this energy to be just away from you. Yes, just chill, relax, and yeah, have a good time.
Let me ask you further about your social and cultural life. And that would be, how did you build a social circle in the new country? Also, did you face some challenges connecting with locals or rather international students also? And then also, I would like to know what role did exploring German culture did for you? For example, language, food, festival, and so on.
Oh, wow, it was so many questions now. Like it really feels like an interview right now. Right? Um,
You got this.
what was the first question again?
So the first question was, how did you, or did you build, actually, how did you build a social circle in the new country?
Oh, yeah, okay. So I had an advantage because before moving to Germany, I was kind of exploring it before a little bit, because
Okay.
I wasn't sure should I move here to study or not, So I went to Frankfurt, Cologne, Berlin, and Munich and Düsseldorf also.
So you basically had like trips. It wasn't only online or searching
Yeah,
like
yeah,
research online or something like this.
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
So
that sounds interesting.
because I was thinking, how can I move to another country without actually being
Knowing
there in
what's up.
tourist? Yeah, it's a bit, it's not weird, but it's hard. It's hard to imagine.
Hmm.
And so when I went to Frankfurt, I met one friend of mine. In Cologne, another one. When I went to Berlin, I also met a friend.
Hmm.
Then when I went to see Munich, I also met a very, very good friend of mine that we're still um, in
Connection.
connection. Yeah,
Hmm.
and like we actually been a very good friends. Now he moved to Berlin, but
Yeah,
it's okay.
that's a little
So
bit far away, I would say.
yeah. So like, but basically moving here, I knew that like if I need support, somebody will actually help me, and they did. And when I firstly moved here, so as I said before, I moved here on 28th of September,
Hmm.
but my contract in my apartment starts on the 4th of October.
Oh,
So I had to think where
oh,
should I live? Paying for the hotel around 100 euros.
yeah, that's
Nah,
a little bit
it's
expensive and not necessary, I would say,
yeah.
especially as a future student.
Yeah, exactly. So I just asked my friend if it's possible for me to stay with him, and he said yes, and that was really the best thing ever because we again got any very good connection. Again,
Hmm.
we became even better friends. It was very very cool.
I mean, credits to that friend.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And so so but then when I moved here, no, coming back a bit to when I was still in Belarus, I was trying to explore people from Eastern Europe. Maybe I will find somebody who studies here,
Hmm.
and I found through with follower list in the Hochschule Augsburg, one Ukrainian girl here that actually also does the podcast here though.
Oh,
Yeah, and
interesting.
so I texted her and I asked her like it was a bit difficult for me because the war was going, and the
Hmm.
first thing I asked her is like, Is it okay if I'm going to talk with you in Russian?"
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Oh, that's the right person. That's the right person."
Okay.
So and after that, we was like talking a lot. She told me about the university and about the life here. So she was kind of the first person
Hmm.
that appeared in my life, and then we met and we got the connection. It was cool. Then I knew another person and another person and another person, So, and then I got like a really, really cool connection to the Eastern European community here that I'm
Hmm.
being very happy about. Wonderful, amazing, beautiful people. Yeah. So, yeah, that's about the community. Yeah. Okay. And what was the other question?
Yeah, the last question I would say was, what role did exploring Germany play in your integration?
Uh-huh. Okay. So again, German culture and Belarusian culture is a bit similar.
Hmm.
Again, so like meeting friends here wasn't really extremely okay. It wasn't easy, okay?
Hmm.
But making German friends for me here was not that hard as I expected because we actually think the same, we act the same.
Hmm.
I didn't have this feeling, oh my god, they're so different people. It's so hard to talk with them, Like for example, if I would move to Japan, totally different culture.
Totally different culture,
If
yeah.
if I would move to Korea, totally different
Hmm.
culture. I think if I move even to Spain or something, it's also very different. But
Hmm.
Germany, I think German people are very hardworking. Belarusian people are very hardworking also. The language is different, but we do have the similar grammar, some similar words. So
Mm-hmm.
I think those similarities actually, uh, when you talk about this with certain people, you kind of get the connection with
Mm-hmm.
them also about it. So and then you talk one more time, second time, third time, and
Yeah.
you're just kind of getting friends.
And then just work out from itself, basically,
Yeah.
to say so.
I mean, I wouldn't say I have many German friends. No, I mean I don't really have many friends in general because I think like the you cannot have many of them. But
Okay.
I do have like international friends from Ukraine, from India, from Cyprus, from from Germany, from Austria. Yeah, I
From
mean
Bulgaria also.
from Bulgaria. Bulgarians are the best. Yeah.
Slay.
It's like yeah. So like I have both international and German, but I wouldn't say it's like extremely hard for me to make German friends.
Mhm.
It's okay. Like with Belarusians, it's fine. Just a different language.
I mean, perfect. Sounds amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Moving up to the last but not least topic of our episode today, which would be balancing priorities. My question would be, how do you balance the demands of university life with personal goals, with social life and downtime? And something even maybe more interesting, it would be, what lessons have you learned throughout that process, throughout that whole process?
Yeah. So I can say that about the balance. Yeah, about the balance is just like to simply realize that what is a priority in your life, and and just like focus on the prioritize the task.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, just finding the work-life balance is actually a bit hard, especially right now since we're having exams. It's actually work-life balance doesn't exist in this moment,
I
so
completely know what you mean.
you just work. Yeah, but still, if we're not touching the exam period, yeah, just um, how can it's actually how I can lead to the thing how what I actually learned.
Mm-hmm.
So I have learned actually how to balance all of that, and so I just prioritize and plan the things. So I use the planner,
Okay.
the calendar, because before when I wasn't that busy, I didn't use the calendar and I was forgetting about my stuff
Okay.
so easily. And I mean, and I've learned it through mistakes. So I was forgetting important appointments and I was very sorry about that. Then later on,
As people say, we live, we learn.
exactly. Like a simple example, I had an appointment with one professor to check my exam, and I completely forgot
Forgot.
about it.
Understand.
And I was like, oh my god. And then I was going to him like saying, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, because like I really got so overwhelmed. There was so much
Mm-hmm.
things. So plan and prioritize things is important. Using the calendar planner is very important. Then I set my boundaries. So I was like saying no to unnecessary, commitments
Mm-hmm.
that might, overload my schedule and
Mm-hmm.
something. I define my clear work and the time for relax and so on. That there was also the difference I've learned. Again, what I was talking before about is time management. It's really important to
Mm-hmm.
practice it.
It's very important.
I have been using the techniques like it's called Pomodoro or something.
Okay, that
So
sounds intriguing, I would say.
yeah, so it's like a 25 minutes of work, a 5-minute break. So
Okay.
I cannot stay focused for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling to myself, okay, Gleb. So we are focusing for 30 or 25 minutes
Mm-hmm.
now here, and then we're having 5-10 minutes break. Then we are done, and then we're going again studying or working or whatever. Actually helps a lot because
Nice.
you're not being so overwhelmed.
Okay, so guys, if you have issues with focusing, do this exercise.
Yeah, that is actually cool. That helps.
It works.
So also the thing what I really have noticed is that it's really important to take care of your health because now since we're having this really hard time, I actually got some health issues. I was really, dizzy for like about 7-10 days, and
Oh, okay.
I went to the doctor and we were thinking like I have some ear issue and so on, but actually it just was the overload stress and
Oh wow.
this like disbalance with work-life balance.
Mm-hmm.
So because again it's the exam time, you cannot do anything about it.
Yeah.
It's just stress and work.
I mean, I hope you're doing better now.
Yeah,
You're doing all right.
I'm doing great. Thank you about that.
Nice, perfect.
Yeah, so they sleep well, 7 8 hours. That's really important. 4 hours of sleep is going to kill you. It's
Hmm.
you know,
I would also say maybe good dehydration.
dehydration. Yeah,
Drink dehydration. Sorry, drink
dehydration.
your water, guys. And
Yes,
stuff.
drink water, exercise. Just if you're not even just into sport and so on, just 20 minutes walk in the fresh air.
Yeah.
It really does help for reduce stress and boost the productivity.
Mm-hmm.
It's important.
Hey, movement is important.
And also to eat well, when people are eating some rubbish food and so on, that's really really bad. You should not skip the meals, healthy snacks. Oh yeah, that thing. Also another point is to stay social, because if you are just going to study like all these things single time non-stop, come on, you will just get
Yeah.
so overwhelmed. It's just so bad.
It's like crazy.
So just stay social, meet your friends, family, to recharge emotionally. They're gonna be fine. Yeah,
And also, while being this young, you're never gonna bring this time back. So maybe it's the perfect time to stay social, as you said.
exactly. Yes.
Would be the point.
Um, what I also do is I break tasks into small steps.
Mm-hmm.
So because when you have to do like a really really big task, oh my god. So for example, that's what I really love about Hochschule.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the projects, they're team projects. So we are actually working with a team. So we are getting the experience. How can we work in a team?
Mm-hmm.
And we are just simply structuring our work. What should I do? What should they do?
Mm-hmm.
And it actually helps to avoid the overwhelm by tackling one thing at one time.
Okay.
Also the cool thing that what I actually learned about that is like to ask for help.
Yeah, that's a very important thing. I would say, because a lot of people, they might need help, or maybe they're just have too much pride to ask for it.
Yeah, or like
And
too shy or anything.
yeah, that could play like a bad thing for their future. Maybe.
Sure. I mean, I was very shy before. Now if I need help, I'm going to write an email. I'm gonna ask for somebody. Come on, that's really, really, really important. And yeah, I think those are, I think, the essential ones here. Um, and I think just again, actually, one very important thing that I really love about my schedule, my
Mm-hmm.
day, is that I am talking to myself, like in the mirror, like, Gleb, you can do that. It's fine. Just work a bit more. You're du schaffst das, like you
Mm-hmm.
can do everything. Just put some effort now, and later it will pay
It's
out
gonna
a
pay you
lot.
back. I know.
Yeah. So
Perfect.
because I think it's very important when you're actually living in a sort of positive environment.
Mm-hmm.
If you are doubting yourself, like, oh my god, I cannot do that, I think I can. You can do that. Just put them pressure. Yeah, it's hard. But I think when you are actually going, like, since we're talking that I am doing my 2 semesters.
Yes.
Imagine I'm going to do all of the thing. I'm going to pass all of my exams with a good grade. How proud I'm gonna be of myself.
Exactly.
So like, but if you're gonna be like, just simply wait until the right time, or like, I can do it later. That's
Never gonna
never.
happen,
Yeah,
because the
it's
right time is always now to do the
exactly,
task
yes.
or
So
whatever.
just get the motivation, do it, and when you actually have done it and you completed this successfully, imagine how great feeling you're gonna have. Like, oh my god, but I can do even better.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And just keep pushing yourself and
I mean, you don't
just do
need to
better.
push yourself, but like to motivate yourself. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I think that's basically it.
Hey man, I mean, what can I say? I had a blast. I had a lot of fun. So thank you for joining me today, Gleb.
Yeah, actually, thanks a lot for inviting me, because I really had so much fun talking about my experience. I think many people can take some notes and actually not do things like I did, or do the things like I did,
Mm-hmm.
just get my experience.
Yeah, I mean, sounds perfect. And also to our listeners, guys, check us on all the socials and stay tuned for our next episodes and next seasons and so on. Have a good one.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.